Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another video. My name is Pokemon Trainer Blue, and today we are going to go over the player's guide to the Forbidden Light Sun and Moon expansion set. Now, a whole lot of people don't buy Elite Trainer boxes. Someone watch YouTubers and they just flip the pages and just toss it. Me, I just show you the front cover and toss it. But this is a valuable resource to people who want to build decks, and it's also a nice little checklist for people to go over to show you what's in the collection, and it shows you every single card. Now I'm just going to go over the entire book with you guys. It's a really good resource to use. It gives you some type of tips on what decks you're able to build and what decks you're able to mix with expansions. So let's get right in it. So this is the Sun and Moon Forbidden Light Player's Guide, and shows you the nice little artwork right there and the table of contents. So you got more Prism Star cards. It says the Elite Trainer box contains a great combination of boosters, energy cards, dice, card sleeves, and extras. Congrats on stepping up your game to the elite level. The Pokemon Trading Card Game Sun and Moon Forbidden Light expansion adds more than 130 cards to the Pokemon TCG. Expands the options for all types of Pokemon and includes a horde of truly legendary Pokemon as well. It's not joking, it has a ton of legendary Pokemon in this set. Train hard, choose your Pokemon companions, and take your journey of an elite trainer. So you got more Prism Star cards right here. You have Volcanium Prism, which I like the most out of all of them because it has 160 HP. The Jet Geyser ability, which means you can discard a water energy card from your hand to make your opponent switch their active Pokemon with a Pokemon on their bench. Definite possibilities there. Its Sona Blast attacks cost 3 energies and does 100 damage, plus 20 more to every Pokemon on the opposing bench. Hose them down, Volcanium. That does some good damage. It definitely helps out the Greninja deck a lot. Those that don't agree, that's your opinion. But it does do some damage. It does 20 more damage to everybody on their bench. So that's pretty neat. The Diancie Prism Star, which every Buzzwole deck loves. It's has the ability which powers up your fighting type Pokemon. As long as it's in your bench, your fighting does 20 more damage with their attacks. In addition, Diancie can use Diamond Rain for 3 fighting energies, doing 90 to an opposing Pokemon and healing 30 from each of your bench Pokemon. So that's pretty neat right there. That can help a lot if you're having any type of fighting decks. Alright, so move on to the next page. Arceus has always been a Pokemon with amazing powers, and this one definitely shakes up the game. Its first law ability means it takes damage from opposing attacks, but it negates all effects of those attacks. Pretty huge at shutting down combos. Trinity Star attack from 1 energy requires that you have a leaf, water, and lightning Pokemon on your bench at the same time. It then does 30 damage and lets you search your deck for 3 basic energy and attach them to your Pokemon any way you like. It's a great support card. I do agree. It is a great support card. Lysander lets you make sure that your cards your opponent. Okay, let me reread that. Lysander lets you make sure that cards your opponent has used up never return to bother you again. So you waste 1 fire energy, or for each fire Pokemon you have in play, you get to move a card from your opponent's discard pile to the Lost Zone, and there it stays for the rest of the game. So if you have a fire deck, this is an amazing card. You get to choose exactly what cards in that discard pile, and you get to choose in the Lost Zone, so it will not bite you in the butt when you're playing an opponent. And that Beast Energy is Buzzwole player's favorite Prism. Provides any type of energy you want as long as it is attached in Ultra Beast, but yet Ultra Beast attacks do 30 more damage than usual. Beast mode indeed. So Diancie plus Beast Energy, that's 50 extra damage you're doing. So Buzzwole GX, you're doing Jet Punch for 80 extra damage. Or you're doing 80 damage total. Alright, so Pokemon GX for maximum power. So these are your new GXs. Dialga returns as a metal. Dragon type. Like last time, you have Overclock to draw until you have 6 cards in your hand, which is great, and Tread for 3 energies that does 80 damage and ignores all effects. So they have a weakness, it ignores that, or a resistance, it ignores it. Its timeless GX move is still awesome, granting you additional turn and doing 150 damage at the same time. So you get an extra turn. You get an extra turn and you get to do 80 more damage. So you can knock out Pokemon a little faster. Palkia GX returns as a water type. As before, you can use Spectral Control attack move energy from the bench, powering its Hydro Pump attack, which does 60 plus 20 more for each water attached. Zero Vanish attack costs 5 and does 150 damage plus strips all attached enemy from each of your opponent's Pokemon and shuffles energy into their deck. Talk about throwing a wrench into the works. That late game force of destruction. And that's no joke. My favorite, Greninja. Has 230 HP, he's pretty tanky, and the amazing Shuriken Flurry ability, which puts 3 damage counters on an opposing Pokemon with Greninja comes in play. It could get a knockout even before it attacks, that's true. On top of all that, it can use Haste Slash to do 110 damage and then wish itself back, play, avoid a counter strike. That's the best thing to have right there, which means you don't have to vanishing into thin air like ninjas is purely optional. Finally, the Shadowing Hunter attacks 130 damage to any Pokemon on the bench. They'll never see it coming. I mean, it doesn't have to be on the bench, but that's kind of why it's there for. Alright, so Naganadel GX is a Stage 1 Ultra Beast with 210 HP. Its Beast Raid attack for 20 damage for 1 energy does 20 damage for each Ultra Beast you have in play, which doesn't sound like much unless you run a deck loaded with them. Note that this attack counters Naganadel GX itself, so it will always do at least 20 damage more. Potent is Jet Needle for 3 energy, which does 110 damage without any consideration of weakness for resistance. The Stinger GX attack for 3 means that both you and your opponent shuffle your prize cards into your deck and then put the top 3 cards of your deck face down as your new prize cards. No matter how many prize cards you had before, if your opponent is way ahead on prize cards and you're way behind, this is a great way to level out the playing field. That's very great, especially like what I said if you're behind. The most powerful card for this expansion is Ultra Necrozma. It's a basic Ultra Beast with 190 HP and the Photon Geyser attack for 2, which has 20 damage and discards all psychic energy from it. For every energy you discard in this way, Ultra Necrozma does 80 more damage. Its Sky Scorching Light GX attack costs 2. It can be used only if the total number of prize cards left in play is 6 or less. If that's the case, put 6 damage counters on each and every one of your opponent's Pokemon. What a nice way to multiple knockouts close out game with style. The Xerneas GX has 180 and the Overrun attack that does 20 damage plus 20 more to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Aurora Horns costs 3 energy, does 120. Finally, in the huge swing category, Sanctuary GX attacks moves all damage counters from all your Pokemon to your opponent's active, and it's not guaranteed knockout, but it's definitely dangerous, and you can heal your entire team process. So that's not a bad card, that's really not bad. And you're down to your final 2, your Yveltal GX has 180 HP and the Absorb Vitality attack for 1, this does 20 damage. The Sonic Evil attack for 3 does 100 damage and ignores all weakness and resistance. Its Big Doom Count attack doesn't do damage in the usual way. If your opponent's active opponent has exactly 4 damage counters on it, this attack is an instant knockout, which is great. Zygarde is a basic Pokemon with 200 HP and the power to quickly ramp up big attacks. Cell Connector attack costs 2 energies or 1 double colorless for 50 and lets you attach 2 fighting energy from the discard pile. The power-up Zygarde GX, its other attacks with both costs 4. Lance Wrath is straightforward big attack that does 130 damage. Verdict goes 150 plus it prevents all damage done to Zygarde by attacks from Pokemon GX EX during the next turn. It's a really good way to protect them. Alright, so those are all the new cards. Now this is what I'm talking about when this has the awesome resources for you to make a deck if you still struggling to build a deck. It's called combos and they have 6 of them. So shake things up. Of course, the theme deck with the Alolan Executor. You have 5 different energies in your deck. Alright, Sophicals and Ultra Ball are the best way to discard the energy. So Alolan Executor can go up and do 120 damage tops. You can use any type of Pokemon with different types of energy, or you can just choose the different types of energy. Like I think it's Lady or Lil, I think it's Lady that lets you search up to 4 basic energies, and then you get to discard them with Ultra Ball and Sophicals, and bam, you just need one more to get rid of. I'm pretty sure there's an easy way of doing it, but Alolan Executor is a really fun deck to play. Now, your Fangs for the boost. Prior's Dominating Fangs attack is 3 for 80 damage, but it does 140 when Lysander's Labs is in play. It's a pretty nice boost for your Pokemon with a Stadium card that protects you against decks that has lots of Pokemon tools. That's a fun deck I'm looking into building. Another one would be the one on the bottom, Double Water Recycler. Use Crash Wake to discard 2 energy cards and search for 2 copies of Aqua Patches from your deck. Those Aqua Patches work amazingly well because they grab the same 2 water energy cards from your discard pile and attach them to your bench Pokemon. Your opponent will definitely sweat a little when they see you powering up Palkia's Hydro Pressure attack, and they should. It does 20 more damage for every water attached to it, and that's a lot of damage. So the Greninjas, what I like, you get to use the Acerola and Super Scoop Up every time to get more of their abilities to work and play. The Will plus Knowledge equals Big Punch, that's pretty cool. The 3 Guardians, they all work well with one another. So that's pretty neat right there. And then you have, of course, your Dragon's Dark Treasure. Ultra Necrozma, Malamar, and Mysterious Treasure. You discard, you get your whatever Pokemon you need, Dragon or Psychic, and it can be Stage 1 as well. You can discard Psychic. Malamar is going to apply that Psychic energy to Ultra Necrozma, and Ultra Necrozma is just going to have a beautiful day. So, you have your top 5 trainer cards. You have B-String. That's going to allow you to draw, B-String? If the opponent has 3 or 4 Prize Guards, it's huge when charge up Ultra Beast in the middle of the game, searching for 2 basic energies and attaching them to them right away. So that's pretty neat. If you're a Zygarde fan, Bonnie's going to be your best friend. That allows you to reuse your GX attack. And Diantha is going to be your best friend. If you're a Fairy deck, then if you died, you can get your Fairy Pokemon back and one of your energies that was attached to it, or your Pokemon tool. And Lysander's Labs basically allows, your opponent can't use any of the Pokemon tools, and Ultra Space allows both you and your opponent to search your Ultra Beasts, so you can both get them out a lot faster if you want to be nice to your opponent. And right here is going to be the card list right there. So it starts with Execute, Alolan Executor, and I'll go a little slow just so you guys can kind of see right there. And if you wanted to pause and take a look at a certain one, you can. But hopefully this helps you in the long run. If you're wanting to build a deck, I hope this helps you guys, because this has helped me a lot. Understanding combos, understanding the cards, and you can mix and match anything you want to mix and match for combo cards and everything. But yeah, there we go. There. Alright. This helped me out a lot, and I'm very fortunate to get Elite Trainer boxes because of the sleeves. I want to, like I say, like to use the sleeves to complete the sets, so if I ever did sell a set, they have the sleeves for it. So it's a pretty cool thing. I'm pretty excited about it. And also, I hope you guys have had a very, like I said, hopefully your New Year is going well. I know mine went pretty well, and just excited to be in the new year, to start all over from day 1, first month. And there you guys go. We are almost done. Alright, and and right there. Alright, you guys, well, that's it for the player's guide. Next video, let's see, I don't know what I want to do next video. I might do the Dragon Majesty one. But yeah, so that was it. That was the player's guide. Hopefully that resource was helpful. Like I said, I haven't seen anything like that on YouTube yet, or I come across. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy, leave me a like, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys next video. Yeah, guys, you guys have a good day. Bye.